Hi everyone, I'm still on my journey. I reached the first destination and I have another leg remaining, also by coach. Now, I had reached the ticket office and I was really hungry after buying my ticket. So I went and found a restaurant locally and bought me some nice fish and chips, which you saw there. Couldn't finish it, so they had to pack some of it, which I happily ate later. Now, the officers for Power Mash, or is it Mash Power, the bus company, are on National Theatre. And this is very convenient, very relaxed area of town, which I think is very good if you are so not used to the hustle and bustle of the city. Now, I wound up in the taxi park, like I told you in the last video. If you've watched my last video, if you haven't, please do so. We were meant to depart at 6:30, but we did not leave till 7:30 p.m. So there I was, sat in a bus already, totally worn out, but I was just happy to just be settled, ready for the next stage. This is now at immigration at around 1 or 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Remember, we left at 7:30 ish p.m. from Uganda. And of course, some of you probably know where I'm heading to now. It's probably no secret anymore. So immigration took about an hour. And may I just add that for those of you coming to Kenya via Uganda or probably any other African country, I think, get yellow with your yellow fever vaccine and card. Very, very important. They are very, very strict on that. So do make sure that you are ready with that. Yeah, so here we were, I believe. This must have been, I believe, Nakuru. And Nakuru is quite big. So it did take a little bit of time to sort of get ourselves across. We stopped over for washroom, rest time, 20 minutes they gave us. And that was time to just get some snacks, tea, breakfast, or whatever. I had carried some mandazi and chapati, which my sister-in-law made for me. I tried to buy tea, but they couldn't take my Kenyan shillings. And then he was asking for 60,000. That was the equivalent of 170 Kenya shillings, which I refused because it was way, 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 way much more, than the cup of tea. 10,000 would have bought me 3 cups of teas, equivalent to the Kenyan shillings, but of course he didn't want to take it. So this is at the Nakuru washroom. Short break to freshen up. Now they are building this and it's still under construction. The washroom, although it is a sit-down toilet, has been really, really, I believe, improved. It's been many years since I stopped by, but those are the toilets. It might look like nothing to the person looking at it now, but believe me, a washroom that leaves soap for you, running water in the toilet area, and so forth in the some of the areas where you have to travel through in Africa by road. That is quite a big improvement, and I have to say I'm really happy about that. There they are in the restaurant serving others, and at this point I had either approached to try and get a cup of tea, or I was about to just ask to get a cup of tea. So something else happened after this. I'm doing the audio after, of course, the filming. And we stayed at this stop for longer than anticipated. But I think we were covered by the grace of God because the tire burst. Yeah, our tire burst. Now, the person I sat next to did say that something was wrong. They felt that something was wrong. I actually suspected something when we stopped at a previous stop. But I wasn't sure because I looked at the driver and the way they were standing and looking at the tires and talking. I thought, okay, I don't know what they were telling us. But they didn't announce that the bus was even, that the tire was burst. The next thing we just, here I was just getting back onto the bus and many people had sat waiting to go. But the next thing the bus started to move and we had this very, very loud noise, like a burst. It was the tire, the wheel had burst, uh, the last one at the back. The one before this one has two wheels and this one here has one wheel. Now they did have a replacement tire, which this took about an hour and maybe hour and probably not an hour and a half, but almost an hour 15 minutes to fix the tire back. One of the things I admire about us Africans is that we are very calm people generally. People are generally very calm. Nobody was shouting and yelling. Nobody was using the F word that they might, for instance, they might do. If I were in UK, for instance, everybody would be really, really stressed. Um, I put it down to the pace of life, maybe, and our beliefs, respect culture, and a bit more understanding that things like this can happen. We are not in the first world, and we are doing our best. And I think the bus company did a good job. The tire was changed, and we left successfully. At this point, everybody was keen and curious, and out to stop by and give any support that they could. There was the tire that burst, been removed, and knowing me with my paparazzi and my camera all in hand, I was ready to take it all in action. So yeah, we left, and I managed to get those beautiful views of Naivasha Lake. And here we are at the hotel in Nairobi. Very, very short stay because I'm taking the 8 p.m. Bus as my last leg to my destination. Nothing fancy here. I couldn't film the outside part when I came off the bus because it's just a very, very busy street and it's so much going on. And it's one of those streets that we need to be really careful. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for supporting me and continuing to watch the videos. Here we are at the hotel which I laid over for about 4 hours in Nairobi after that long journey from Kampala. And I just wanted to have some ugali, some vegetables, and there was fried meat to go with it. Very, very delicious. And I believe this will set me off for my next leg of travel. Join me the next time. Until next time, God bless you. Bye.